Well, both ends of that play, just fantastic.
Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
He just lives above the rim. I mean, dunks like that have become routine for him.
And Thompson kicks to Smith. Passes it to LeBron. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Tristan Thompson, a really nice hustle player and defender. Chance to be a double-double guy. But, you know, as a former number 4 pick overall, I think expectations were probably a little too high for him. But he's turned into a very solid NBA player.
And Thompson, with really good length and athleticism, I still think he's developing his footwork and craftiness inside as far as understanding how to create angles to get his shot off. But he's young and there's plenty of time, and he's shown plenty of promise.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Paul with the ball. Now Smith defending. Redick passes to Paul. And here we go. Here's James. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And Thompson made progress on his mid-range jump shot in year 2. Then last season, Steve, he switched his shooting hand entirely.
And, you know, pretty impressive results for year 1 of the experiment. I mean, that's where you never know. He could become a much better shooter over time with that right hand. We'll see.
Thompson, a screen on Barnes. For 3. No good from LeBron. Clippers trail by 3. Redick dishes to Paul. Clippers moving the ball around. That's tipped. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. It's Jordan on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Paul kicks to Jordan. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. James, the pass to Irving. The 18-footer is right on the mark. The Clippers trail. Well, you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They know how to grind it out and get a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material. But they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
Well, wide open look for Love. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one. Paul against Irving. Paul kicks to Barnes. Jordan with a screen on LeBron. 4 on the shot clock.
DeAndre Jordan alongside Blake Griffin, maybe the best game dog in the league. He has the ability to shoot every time.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Glenn Davis is checked in for Griffin. Turkoglu comes in for Matt Barnes. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. And for DeAndre Jordan Clark, between his length and his leaping ability, you almost feel like he should be playing an 11-foot, 12-foot rim.
I tell you, when I've watched him play, there are times when it seems as though he's overwhelming the 10-foot pass. It really does look that way at times.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Clippers making a change here. Hawes is checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Mozgov. He's checked in for Thompson. And it's Iman Shumpert in for LeBron. They grab their own miss. Turkoglu outside. Kicks it to Rivers. We've got 1:23 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Davis. It's tipped. Blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
2 seconds on the shot clock. 2.
Here's Crawford. That misses off the backboard. Smith with it. And Crawford picks him up defensively. And it's J.R. Smith getting the three. Smith's got 5 now.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
And here are the Cavaliers now after the Clippers pick up 2. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers trail by 4. Crawford kicks to Rivers. The dish to Turkoglu. His three-pointers off the mark. For Cleveland, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
That's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
To the wing on the left. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Smith penetrating. Buried it just in the neck. Welcome back, everyone, to lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
CP3 at point with Redick there at the backcourt. Barnes and Griffin at the 3 and the 4. And it's Hawes in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, as we all know, LeBron James is now back in Cleveland, but he thinks his time in Miami will serve him well. As he said, Miami for me has been like college for other kids. I became a better player and a better man. I learned from a franchise that had been where I wanted to go. Kevin?
He knows what it takes to win it all, Doris. Now he's trying to do it back home in Ohio. Thanks. Miller with a wide open look. Misses the 3.
You can't get in a much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target, it just didn't fall.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Jones from outside. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Jordan, he's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 3.
Well, Griffin, a former dunk contest champion, but make no mistake, Blake is a game dunker, always among the league leaders, and at his size with that strength, the way he gets off the floor is just unbelievable.
Pulls up on the wing, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
You know, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
Dishes it to Redick. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Redick's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. You know, Blake Griffin gets up so high. He's created some debate, in fact, on the definition of a dunk. So I'll ask, does your hand have to touch the rim?
You know, I think you don't necessarily have to have your hand touch the rim, Kevin, but you do have to throw it through the goal. None of this raggedy type dunk stuff.
Got to control it.
You got to, yeah, I like that's the word I was looking for.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers.
For three.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Now Griffin inside. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
J.R. Smith.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 13 points for Smith.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Love with the screen on Barnes. Irving, good.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
Now here's Paul. 11 points in the game. Pass to Griffin. Takes it from 10. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And taken away by Paul. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it ties the game, Clark. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, we're right back to even.
Nobody near Barnes. Again, the Clippers.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
And another miss by Cleveland. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. 17-foot shot on the way. The shot's good from Paul. And it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here. Well, LeBron said last season that he just couldn't see leaving the Heat. I guess he came around the championship foundation in Miami, but some cracks started to show, and now he's back in Cleveland.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rivers comes in for Chris Paul. Rivers. Slams it back in. Rivers has got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
This is just great anticipation. The putback jam.
Oh, he had some big-time intentions right there.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
And for LeBron, Clark, you think from a competitive standpoint it might have made sense for him to leave Miami?
I don't know if it was driven by competitive reasons, quite honestly. I mean, with the new luxury tax, it had gotten harder for the Heat to add talent to that superstar core. You know, on the Cavs side, LeBron can command the max and play with some younger up-and-coming players who are a relative bargain on their rookie contracts. But I think it went deeper than that. I think it really was about the pull of Northeastern Ohio being stronger than any other consideration for him and his family.